My girlfriend came out before our marriage, and no one cares about me. Me and my ex, Dana, have been together for 7 years, and I knew that she was bisexual from the beginning, and she openly told me about her past relationships with girls, but I never cared because it wasn't a problem at all. We never had any big fights or arguments, just small things, and we always sorted out everything. So after 7 years of relationship, I decided that it was the right moment to ask the big question because we were deeply in love, financially stable, and already living together, so for me, it was the right time. I prepared everything to make it as romantic and unique as I could, and when I made her the final question, she hesitated but then said yes. There the problem started because I didn't understand why there was hesitation, and I asked her, but she only replied, I was nervous, so I gave up. We told this to her parents. Mine died when I was 20 and my little sister died when she was 17 in a car accident, and our friends, but even here, some things were off because her parents were faking to be happy, and I didn't understand why while our friends were super happy and were already telling us ideas for our wedding. 4 months passed by, and we were planning our wedding when the day came up. I came back home from work, and she was waiting for me with her bags ready. I asked her what was going on. She told me, listen, I know that this is going to be hard for you, but I'm not bi, I'm lesbian. My parents knew this for 2 years, and this is why they weren't happy and were faking it. Please, I beg you to not make it difficult and just let me leave, don't cry, don't beg me, and don't scream, let's just let things go like adults, and then she drove away. I was standing there on my feet for like an hour in shock because I couldn't believe it. We passed by getting married to Dana, who came out like a heartless and cold girl that I couldn't recognize. The worst thing comes now because 3 months passed by that day, I canceled the wedding, and literally no one ever texted me or called me, asking me how I was, if I was fine, if I needed something, just nothing. Not her parents, not her, she blocked me that day, and not even our friends. No one gives a fuck about me at all. In these 3 months, I was hospitalized 3 times because I lost weight, 15 kilograms, and had insomnia. I just work and come home, nothing else. While everyone is praising her for coming out, how good is she to finally realize she was lesbian and her courage to be herself after years of fighting to find her true identity. Right now, I'm not even capable of being mad, I'm just in disbelief for what happened, how fast it all happened, and that no one gives a fuck about me because her coming out is more important than her ex. You know what? Fuck them all, they showed me their true colors, and fuck my ex. Edit, WTF? I just turned off my phone for 2 hours and went for a walk around my city. Honestly, I wasn't expecting all this support because I couldn't even imagine someone actually reading it. Believe me, I want to trust you and believe that all these kind comments are true, but right now I can't. I just saw everyone who was supposed to love me and care about me ignore me and ghost me, so I lost hope in people, especially strangers on the internet. I hope to come here again in a few months and read this all again and believe you, but now I can't. You all seem like good people and sincere, but believe me, I want to trust you. I simply can't right now, but I want to thank you all anyway. I'm not okay, and the 3 times I was hospitalized, I tried to kill myself, but I'm not good at doing that. For 3 months, I thought again and again, if I was the problem, what could I do better? What did I do wrong? But nothing changes. So here I'm in the middle of nowhere, seated on a sidewalk like a homeless person, reading strangers' comments on a post that I don't even know why I posted. Again, thank you all. Update, 4 days later. So here we go again, like in GTA San Andreas, but this time is more painful and shocking at the same time because today and yesterday night a lot happened. Like someone of you said, somehow one of my ex-friends saw my post on TikTok, and the absolute mess started and is still going on right now. This ex-friend, I will call him Paul, reached out to me and basically told me that he saw the post and knew that it was me because I used my ex real name, Dana, and was shocked to know what really happened because apparently Dana told my ex-friend that she came out to me as a lesbian and I tried to lay hands on her and threaten her. And she told them not to contact me again. They all believed her, but then when they all saw my post, they started pressuring her to see if it was telling the truth or not, and she admitted the lie. Since Paul's text, I have received a ton of texts and calls from everyone asking me how I'm, if I'm fine, and saying they are sorry for believing Dana and not texting me first and apologies. But then there is the real issue, Dana. She texted me, asking me to forgive her, saying that she was sorry for how badly she treated me, and admitting that she invented it all because she was afraid to lose friends. And unfortunately, it's not all because I got a text from her girlfriend, Mary, and basically she told me that she was sorry for Dana's behavior and for what she did. Here comes the issue, she knew Dana for a year, and she never told her about me but always talked to her about me like a roommate, so she was thinking of leaving Dana. Now comes my part because I made a new group including them all, even Dana and Mary, and told them that I'm not changing my mind about forgiving them. I was thinking of suing Dana, partially true because I'm not sure if I should do it or not, and if they, my ex-friends, were decent humans, they would have texted me, asking me if I was out of my mind to lay hands on Dana or just insulting me via text if they really cared about me. Then I added some personal things about Dana and blocked them all. My blocking method isn't working because they are continuing to harass me with texts and calls from other numbers and even making other people call and text me. Crazy shit is happening, and I really still can't believe this mess. I'm thinking that it's all a nightmare and I need to wake up, but unfortunately, it's all fucking true. Then the other thing is that finally I saw a therapist today, a few hours ago, and I don't like to admit it, but I cried a lot because for her, the therapist, I never worked on my parents and my sister's deaths, and then this thing with my ex added made me explode, so it's going to be a very long journey, and I hope to reach a point. I already had the number of the therapist there on my table in the kitchen but never called, but this time I did, and hopefully it will help. So this is all, and I hope to update you not so quickly as now but when I feel better. So again, thank you all, and hopefully I will update you in better times. P.S. To all the people that are following me, I want to say thank you, but my life is pretty boring, and I don't think to post anything else, so you're not obligated to follow me. Then to the people that wrote me privately, thank you all, and be sure that I read all your messages and appreciate them, so thank you too. I am refusing to sleep in the servants' quarters of my fiancé's mansion. He wants to end things. I, 22F, am a working-class woman who was raised by a single mother in a council flat. Throughout my life, I was surrounded by people from a similar background, so I never felt self-conscious about money until I started dating my fiancé, 27M, who comes from a very upper-class family. He is a very kind man who has done his best to make sure his parents aren't judgmental about my background, but I can't help but feel like I'm not a part of the family. My in-laws have been courteous with me, but in a backhanded manner, constantly telling me that I'd done well for myself despite my upbringing. I have a younger sister, 9F, who has been in my care since our mother overdosed. My fiancé gets along well with her and is happy to help me take care of and raise her. His parents, 54F, 60M, own a very large estate in the countryside, where they spend their summers. It's a gorgeous 18th century home that looks like it belongs in a fairy tale. I had stayed over a few times, sleeping in my fiancé's room, but my sister had never been since she wasn't permanently living with me back then. My fiancé and I will both be staying there this summer, but we haven't yet made an arrangement for where my sister will sleep. The estate has 4 spare bedrooms that once belonged to my fiancé's deceased older siblings who'd passed away over a decade ago. I tried to discuss this with my in-laws, asking them if my sister could stay in one of their bedrooms when she came over this summer, but they abhorred my request, claiming they didn't want to ruin the sentimental memories associated with their dead children. I asked them if there was anywhere else my sister could stay, and they said the only spare bedroom they had was in the basement, which had once been the servants' quarters. It had been renovated and modernized, but it was distinctly different from the rest of the house. It was very bare and plainly decorated, while the upstairs part of the house looked like a set from a period drama. I tried to explain that my sister is going through a hard time as it was. The least they could do was not make her feel excluded by her own family. They said that it was their mansion, their rules, and if I didn't want my sister to feel excluded then I might as well go stay in the servants' quarters with her. I tried telling them that the estate had been in their family for so long that every room once belonged to a dead person and it was useless to try and banish people from using half the house. Our discussion quickly turned into an argument, where they said I should be grateful they're allowing my sister to stay at all, and I ended up calling them stuck up